Many people, in fact, most people mistake thirst for hunger. They think that they are hungry when they're actually thirsty because it's the same feeling. But most of the time, if you feel hungry a lot of the times, you're probably dehydrated. You need some water. So a good mindful practice, and one that I do, is I make sure I drink plenty of water during the day. Now, if I feel a lot hungrier more than normal, I know I need to drink a good glass of water and just wait. Wait 20 to 30 minutes. And then when I eat, I'm not going to overeat. Hi everyone, Janna here. Welcome to my show. I'm going to talk to you today about the power of mindful eating and transforming your health. Many of us kind of gain a little weight during the wintertime. I know I do. And then it gets springtime and we're like, we know we need to lose the weight. And then next thing you know, summer's sneaking up on us. And, we want to shed a little bit of weight and look better. And, that's all really important. But feeling better is really, really what we're all after. I think sometimes we look at it through an opposite lens. We feel that if we look better, then we will feel better. And it's that approach, going about it the wrong way, that I think is sometimes our downfall. When someone wants to work with me one-on-one, I don't just work with anyone one-on-one. I only want to work with people who are ready to put in the work, because I'm going to put in a lot of my effort and time and energy. I go all in with each of my clients. I need the same from them, or I'm going to waste all my time and energy on someone who isn't going to do the work. You got to be willing to do the work. Okay. That's why I offer a free discovery session. So I can talk to people and interview them as much as they're interviewing me. And one of the things I ask is why. And I work with people anywhere from people who are wanting to get rid of their limited mindset, all the way to healing their gut, to autoimmune diseases, to Lyme disease. So wide array of clients. And you might wonder, Janna, how does that go together? Well, look, the gut-brain connection is a real deal, right? That's a very intricate link. And also, your mindset is the foundation to everything else in life. So if you got a cracked foundation, you can build the best house you want to. If it's on a cracked foundation, it's going to fall. It's the same with our mindset. If your mindset is solid and steadfast and it's not held back by limiting beliefs, everything else in your life is going to be just as successful as your mindset. So, what in the world does that have to do with mindful eating? Well, it has to do a lot with it. So back to my discovery sessions. Let's say someone is wanting to have better gut health and they want to lose weight, right? Maybe they suffer from a little bit of anxiety, depression, brain fog, because those three always go together. And I'm like, well, I need to know your why. Why is it that you want to feel better? Like, well, duh, I want to feel better, but why? What is your real reason for wanting to work with me? What is your reasoning for wanting to spend your hard-earned money on me every single month? What is it that you want me to really help you with? I don't want some vague, superficial, surface level answer. And when I hear the real answer and I know their why, I know I can work with them. And if I can't get their why, they're not ready to work with me. The reason is because it won't be sustainable. They're not going to do the work. Those are the kind of people that are looking for the magic pill, the overnight cure that doesn't exist. However, what does exist is our body's innate ability to heal given the right environment. You, my friends, are responsible for creating the right environment for your body. But I think what's going on in our world today, the reason we have such a huge increase in obesity and heart disease, mental diseases, really honestly just illness across the board, especially in our children, it is because people don't want to put in the work. People are lazy. People want the overnight cure. And I will tell you this, the longer that you let your body go, the longer that you keep the bad habits going, the harder it is to break them. The harder it is to get well because you have more crap to undo, right? You got more damage to fix, to heal. So, mindful eating is super, super important and it ties in perfectly with our mindset because you are working on both at the same time. Mindful eating, what is that? It's being completely aware and mindful of what you're putting into your body and why. It's not counting calories. It's not none of that. Okay. It's just asking, is my body, do I really need this? Is it going to help me with my goals? Am I going to feel better? Will I regret it later? If it's going to help you feel better, if it's going to help heal your body, if you need it in the sense of like you actually need those nutrients, not want, then eat that. But then you need to also decide and need to be well aware of when you're full. If you eat really, really fast, it's going to take a while for all the chemical processes in your body to tell your brain, hey, she's eating, because that has to take place for your body to tell you when you're full. Most of the time people eat so fast that by the time it clicks with their brain, they have overeaten. Okay, you can overeat too much, right? Your body can only digest so much food. And every single time you eat, every single time you stuff your face, you're giving your body work to do, and it takes it away, your body's energy away from doing other things that are helpful and beneficial for your body. Okay, so mindful eating, how can it transform your health? Well, many, many ways. Being aware of what you're putting in your body, being aware of when you're full, being aware of the fact, are you even hungry? I always ask my kids when they say, I'm hungry. Now, of course, if it's, just woke up, I know they're probably really hungry. But even then, I'm like, have you had any water? Many, many people, in fact, most people mistake um, thirst for hunger. They think that they are hungry when they're actually thirsty because it's the same feeling. But most of the time, if you feel hungry a lot of the times, you're probably dehydrated. You need some water. So, a good mindful practice, and one that I do, is I make sure I drink plenty of water during the day. Now, if I feel a lot hungrier more than normal, I know I need to drink a good glass of water and just wait 20 to 30 minutes. And then when I eat, I'm not going to overeat. Okay. Also, when you drink a lot of beverages, water during your meal, you're actually diluting your stomach acid, making it harder for your body to break down those foods that you're eating. So it's really, really good to make sure that you have your fluid intake anywhere from about 30 minutes to 40 minutes before your meal and after your meal. Of course, if you need little sips when you're eating, that's totally fine. But a lot of people are just down in their beverage, stuff in their face. That's just a whole lot for your body to take in. Your stomach acid is very vital to your digestive system. When you have low stomach acid, that's actually when people think they have too much stomach acid, right? They got acid reflux and indigestion and things like that. They think they have too much acid. It's the complete opposite. It's actually caused from low stomach acidity. So it's important to take digestive enzymes. They help break down your food. It's important that you maintain a proper stomach acidity levels, because when it's low, you're not going to digest your food properly. You're more susceptible to pathogens because they're able to thrive in your digestive system because your stomach acid is low. But when your stomach acid is high, like it should be, those pathogens can't live there, right? So that's really important to know. And I understand that, dinner's a really big meal of the day, right? That's oftentimes when people get to sit down, relax, maybe have a meal with their family, their friends, their loved ones, and we just kind of indulge and we overeat. But really, what is it about? Is it really about the food, or is it about the togetherness? Is it about the sharing? Is it about the time to talk and be together? That's really what it's about. And the reason I say that is because dinner should be your lightest meal of the day, and it shouldn't be too late. It needs to be a minimum of 3 hours before you lay down and go to bed. Digestion is a north to south process. So when you lay down, that's kind of more, east to west. And so it makes it harder for you to digest foods. So if you eat this big dinner and then you go and lay down, it's really hard to digest all that food. And what happens is that food sits and it rots in your gut. And then that leads to gut dysbiosis, which can lead to leaky gut and a host of other ailments. So make sure that dinner's your lightest meal of the day. It really should be mostly made up of some clean protein, some healthy fats, and some vegetables. You don't need a lot of carbs at dinner because you're not going to be going and burning them, right? So your carbiest meal should be at lunchtime, and that needs to be made up of healthy carbs, complex starches, things like that, right? You really want to stay away from your gluten and your wheat. And breakfast needs to be super, super light. And I know I've had these um, episodes before where I've discussed things with this and the food and stuff like that. And a few weeks ago, I had episodes about, losing weight quickly. And I know I discussed that, but it's also part of a mindful eating practice. Really pay attention to what you're putting into your body. And it's really, really hard when you stop eating as much sugar. It's really, really hard to get past that because you start to actually have cravings, right? You start to go through withdrawals. Sugar is very, very hard to get off of. And so, mindful eating practice can really help you kind of get through that because you're able to constantly check in with yourself and ask yourself, do I need this? Is it good for me? Is it going to help me? Or am I going to regret it? Are there consequences with it? Asking yourself those questions is a good way to start a mindful eating practice. And it really does transform your health because what happens is you're eating healthier. You're paying more attention to, are you overeating, right? Are you eating for your body? Are you intaking fluids and liquids for your body, right? Not just, juices and sodas, but some good teas and water and electrolytes and things like that. So when you start to do that, you start to realize really how unhealthy maybe your eating habits are. And many of us don't because we're not mindful of it. We're not paying attention. We're just stuffing our face. I feel lightheaded. Oh, blood sugar. Oh, I'm crashing. I'm tired. What can I eat? What can I put in my body? I need to wake up. I need some sugar. I need the caffeine. I need Starbucks. And it's just like you're on this hamster wheel and you're never really checking in with yourself. So, mindful eating is really, really important because it helps us break bad habits. Mindful eating helps you break bad habits and it helps you begin and to incorporate new ones that are healthy. You don't need to eat right when you wake up. Give your body some time to wake up and get going. Have some water. Always have a good glass of water when you wake up. And I like to have warm water. I like to have warm water heated up with a little bit of lemon juice. And sometimes add in my apple cider vinegar. It just helps keep things going. It helps with my blood sugar. It just makes sure that, all the unwanted pathogens, stay away. It helps with constipation. It's just really, really good for your gut health. But when you wake up and you drink a good glass of water, at least 10 to 12 ounces, and you can have your morning coffee, whatnot, you're able to check in with yourself and just give your body the hydration that it needs because it's been a long time since you've had water, right? Unless you're sipping it in the middle of the night. And then when it's time to eat, you're not going to overeat. And it's really hard to do that at first. If you're the kind of person that just wakes up, you get a coffee, you get a banana and a granola bar, and you kind of just start there, you're constantly just like on this roller coaster for blood sugar uh, dips and stuff all throughout the day. So start your morning by having some, 10, 12 ounces of water, probably really 12 to 14, and just, stretching and just kind of working your way into the day. And always make sure that in the mornings you don't eat sugar. Sugar's like the worst thing to put in your body in general, but especially in the morning because it just really sets the tone for the day on your energy levels, your metabolism, your blood sugar, your mental clarity and focus. It's sugar's just not good for you at all. So in the morning, it's really, really good to have some kind of like dinner, clean proteins, right? Your healthy fats, some berries, things like that. Eat foods that are doing good for your body, that are helping your body to function at its most optimal level. that's good for your cognitive health, your brain health, that's going to then be good for your waistline. So back to what I was saying in the beginning is that knowing your why, most people do this the backwards way. They think that by losing weight, then they will feel great. And that's their reason for doing it. But my friends, if you turn it around and you start to eat in a mindful way and you start mindful eating, then your reason is because you want to feel your very best. And then when you do it that way, when you eat to feel your very best, guess what? All the superficial stuff, the weight, that follows. And not only does it follow, and it typically follows faster and better, but it stays off because you found a sustainable way to lose weight because your reasoning was because you just wanted to feel your very best. And let me tell you something. Ultimately, feeling your very best, it trumps looking your very best because who gives a shit what you look like if you feel like shit, right? So mindful eating, and you're doing so because you want to feel your very best. You want to function at your very, very best. You want to live life to your very best. And when you do that, all those other reasons, they just magically happen. The weight does fall off and it stays off. So today, every time you're getting ready to eat or take a sip, ask yourself, do I need this? Am I really hungry? Maybe I'm thirsty instead of being hungry. Maybe I'm actually dehydrated. Is it going to make me feel better? Is it going to be good for me? And then ask yourself, am I going to regret it? Is this going to have consequences today or down the road? Those are really great questions I personally use in my own life every day and that I teach my clients. And that's how you do mindful eating. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you next time.